Unlike Hassan Reddick, who did have a shot to go to the open market and sign his deal, J.K. Dobbins working under his rookie slotted contract. He's entering year 4, contract year. He had a big rookie season, then he tore an ACL, and last year he had knee issues. When he played at the end of the year, his numbers were eye-popping, especially because Lamar Jackson wasn't available. But now he's not practicing. There's questions as to whether or not he's holding in until he gets a new contract. Here's John Harbaugh, head coach of the Ravens, asked this question: when does J.K. Dobbins become a concern for you?
I don't know. It's a fair question, and there is a point in time where, it does become a concern because, he knows, and J.K. and I talked last night. We talk a lot. He wants to be out there, and he needs to be out there, just like any player does. Other than that, there's nothing else I can really add. I don't know when he's going to come back, but I know I'm going to be really happy when he does.
What are you missing?
Well, you miss J.K. He's the player. You want him out there. He's a great player, and it's one less great player we have out there.
Melvin Gordon added recently of J.K. Dobbins, I didn't even know he's sitting out, but J.K. is sitting out. They're not even making a big headline out of it, unless you're in India, I guess, and they got other players sitting out. I didn't even know he was sitting out until I came here. And look, I don't know how much of that tells on J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
But if you have a knee issue, and remember, didn't he start on the physically unable to perform list?
Last year.
I think he did this year, too, just for a day or two.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
And there are whispers out there of knee condition and maybe bone on bone.
Exactly.
And that's a young
cartilage,
age
right.
to
One.
be in a position where you've got no cartilage in your knee and, possibility of lubricating shots to get the knee in a position where it can perform.
That, right.
And
Sony Michel kind of had this same
thing. And he
thing.
wants his contract.
Right.
He wants his contract. And that's the problem. There's this weird balance for running backs. If you do a lot, they find a way to use it against you when it's time to negotiate a contract. If you haven't done enough, they use it against you when it's time to negotiate a contract. Even if you've shown flashes that would suggest, if healthy, you are a valuable piece of the puzzle, you still need to do enough to get them to agree
Agreed.
that you deserve that.
Right.
So just like Jonathan Taylor, I think J.K. Dobbins is in checkmate, and at some point he's got to be able to play, assuming he's physically able. He's got to go play, like Roquan Smith last year, holding in with the Bears, and the Bears were fine with it, and it was out in the open. It wasn't, maybe he's injured. At some point, though, the process ends, and you've got to show up. And we've yet to see one of these situations play out to the point where the team and the player are so much at odds that you get, a suspension for conduct detrimental to the team or just some blow up like that. But this thing just has a vibe that it's heading somewhere that's not good.
No, it's not. I mean, again, like you just said a minute ago, we want players to get paid. This is one where I don't think J.K. Dobbins is being realistic about the situation, at least not right now. Go out there, play another year, have a phenomenal year, and Mike Florio and Chris Sims will be banging on the table for you to get paid. He's played 3 years. He's got 1,300 yards rushing. He came off a serious knee injury. Yeah, he looked a lot better at the end of the year, like you said last year. I still don't think the same explosion was there as we saw in that year 1. But, yeah, I don't think he's got the ground to stand on, not even close as compared to Jonathan Taylor or a Saquon Barkley or a Josh Jacobs right now. So that's where this one's a little bit different here.
Look at his numbers the last 5 games.
Right. Yeah.
2022.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Look at the Browns, 13 for 125, 9.6 yards per carry.
Those first 2 games out of the gate were really damn good. And he's on, okay. So I know there's potential there. He's got 2 rockets up his butt. He's one of those type of guys when he's totally healthy. But he's not the biggest running back in the world. And he's got a knee issue, and he hasn't done anything consistently at the level yet, at least in my opinion, to be saying, hey, I want a new big contract.
The problem is if he has a phenomenal year for the Baltimore Ravens this season, they franchise tag him next year.
Yeah.
But that's the system. That's why for running backs, at a certain point, you just got to take what you can get because you're not going to get anything better, and if you push it too hard, whatever that bird in the hand is going to fly away.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate.
No.
It's not fair.
No.
But that's just the way it is. At some point, you just have to accept it's the way it is. Yeah. It's the way the system is structured, and it's your best play.
Right.
Play the game, put in a good year. hope that you can stay healthy, and then you set the foundation for getting paid by the Ravens or someone else next year. And worst case scenario is you get franchise tag and you make 10.1, 10.5, 11 million, whatever the number is next year.
They might have to start readjusting their thoughts here a little bit for a little while until the CBA or something can get figured out. But maybe going more, low average numbers with, just trying to get every penny you can. Okay, maybe I'll take a 5-year deal worth $9 million a year or whatever. They might have to start doing things like that where it's okay, at least I'm just getting the money. And then, I continue to play and just keep collecting that way. But right now, I just don't know if there's a solution in sight that's realistic.
All right, we're going to take a break. Tonight, we're going to watch the backup quarterbacks for the Jets and the Browns. We're going to draft next the quarterbacks we'll be watching most closely in the preseason, the backup quarterbacks, that is, and we'll be watching plenty of them. We'll discuss that next here on PFT Live. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.